So a really common question I get asked is, how do you live stream? So I'm going to take you to a step-by-step tutorial on how to do it. A lot of people don't explain everything that you would like them to, and I don't really know everything, but I'm going to explain a lot. And yes, there is a lot of tutorials on how to do this, but mine is going to be about how to stream Gorilla Tag, which is a little bit different than streaming normal games. Just a little bit. Anyways, there's two things that you will need. One, you will need an Oculus, of course. And the second thing you'll need is some type of laptop. I think a Chromebook would work. I know a MacBook does. I've tried it on there. And of course, anything higher than a MacBook will for sure work. So first thing you want to do is you're going to come to the first link in the description, probably the only thing in the description. And you want to download. For me, I'd click Mac, but I already have it. I'm not going to download it again. If you're on Windows, right here. If you're on Linux, right here. And once you open it, it should look something like this. There shouldn't be all these back here. These are mine. And what you want to do is you're going to click plus down here. This will be your scene. Type it whatever you want. For me, I'll type test. Click OK. And then it should look something like this. If you're playing a game where you want your voice, turn this up. If not, turn it down. You can go over here. But first things first, you want to go into settings. You can go into stream. And you want to click YouTube or whatever you want. Server. Make sure it's the primary YouTube and guest server. Right here, there'll be either stream key or sign into your YouTube. I prefer signing into your YouTube because whenever you just click stream, it just starts it. And you don't have to do all that stuff. And you can click X. You can see mine is kind of like a YouTube Shorts, which is what I normally do. But I'll show you how to do this. Go down here into video and do base canvas and put 1080 by 1920 and make sure the output scale is the same thing. And let me just copy this real quick so I don't lose it. And if you want landscape, which is long ways, it would be 1920 by 180. And make sure down here is the same. Click OK. And here you go. You have this. If you want your gameplay on here, open up a web browser. Click plus new tab. And search up oculus.com/casting right here. Second link in the description. It's not that hard to find, and I would save it down into your hotbar, or like down here, and just click enter. Now it'll take you something like this. I am signed in. I'm not gonna show obviously my password or my anything, but there would be like a little thing up here that says login. And you have to log in to your Oculus account. So once you have this, you want to go actually onto your headset. And actually, how about I just show you? Okay, once you're in Gorilla Tag or the VR game that you're wanting to play, click button, go into the camera app, go up here into cast. I can't since I'm recording, but you click cast and then you go down and click computer. And once you do that, it should look a little bit something like this. Which from here you can scroll down. And there's a microphone button and a sound button. If you want people to hear your game, turn this up. I prefer turning it all the way up. You can adjust it from there. And if you want people to hear your microphone, like you talking, turn this on. Otherwise, if this is off, it will just hear the other players in your footsteps and the music. But now what you want to do is you want to take this into OBS. Don't get scared, it's not that hard. So what you want to do is click on macOS screen capture, or if you're on Windows, it'll say Windows screen capture, or whatever it says, the one with this icon. Just click on that, name it Oculus, and click OK. I already have that name in use, so I'm gonna name it Oculus too. So right up here on method, you want to go to window capture, and you want to go down here until you find Oculus. Once you find Oculus, click OK. Now, you can change it however you want, but I prefer clicking Option if you're on MacBook, or Alt if you're on Windows, and you just scroll this thing down until you're at the right place. For right at the top, I like that. On the side, I'm gonna go all the way to this. Perfect. Obviously, I'm going pretty fast and not really taking my time where it's at, because this is a test. I'm not actually going to stream on this, and that's good. I really like that. Now I could stream, but I kind of want a sub goal, the code, maybe a subscriber count. Well, don't worry, I'm going to tell you how to do that as well. Click the plus down here. You're going to click text free type 2. Name it whatever you want. I'm going to name it sub goal, because if you don't name it, it'll get really confusing which one you want to use. I prefer doing this. You can name it, you can spell it however you want, but I do sub goal. And then for me, my next sub goal would be 900 or even 1K. But if you don't know what you want to make your sub goal, I would say wherever you're at, if you're under 1,000, just put it for 100. So say you're at 600, and so you'd put it for 700. Now you don't have to change it until you hit 700, and you could put that wherever you want in the corner. Anyways, now what you can do is you can just keep adding text free, name it what you want. Say this one, I want this to be the code. And what's my text gonna be? For me, every stream I do G's VR. Let's say your name is Roger, so you would click Roger. And if you didn't want that code, you can make it something more complicated, like Nate88, for example. I don't know if I said this or not, but you click in this corner, you can scale it down, make it bigger, make it smaller, put this in the corner, or wherever you want. You can maybe put it there, and you can put it in the middle, put this one up here on the side. And the text is really self-explanatory. There's not really much. You just keep adding whichever ones you want and name it. But anyways, back down here. If you really do want a sub goal on here, you'll need to go back to your web browser, click new tab, and open up YouTube Studio. Just type in this, third link in the description, and once you sign in, it should look something like this. Now come over here to where you can see your profile and scroll down to Analytics. You're going to click this and go down here to see live sub count. And it shows this right here. Now what you want to do is you're going to copy and paste all of this. Just click copy. Go back onto OBS, click plus, click, and then you want to click browser. And name it. And then so now what you want to do is in the URL, you want to change that to whatever you just copied. You go down here and click paste and click OK. And it should look something like this. If it says something like sign in, then just make it pretty big. And then come down here to where it says sub count again, left click and click interact, and then type in your email and password to your YouTube channel, and it should show your live sub count. And if it says it right here as well, just go back up to your web browser and click Oculus again, and it should be correct. And then now, I know I already said this, but I'm going to say it again. If you want to just crop it so you just see the 381 or the 331 or whatever, how many subs you have, you click this, click option, and you can shrink it, and I would do that to every side. I would leave a little bit room on the sides just in case if you get really big, and your subs might go up a lot. But before I end this, I've already talked about mainly everything that I do. I want to show you how to do a vertical live stream. This is something that has become really popular recently. It is really fun to use as well, because then you have more players in your lobby, and you also get a lot of subscribers out of this. Like into settings, go down into video, and where it says 1920 by 180, you want to delete this and do 1080 x 1920, exactly like that. And then you want to go down here, output scaled, you want to make this the exact same, and then just click OK. It may look a little bit messed up. You can just change everything back to how it was. If you come down into start streaming, it will not actually stream on a short. It will just be a vertical normal video. So how we actually make it a short is you want to get onto your phone and you want to go onto YouTube. You want to click the little plus down here and make sure you change these settings to this. Delete your title and name it whatever you want to. So for me, Cheesy Roll is live, exclamation point. And make your visibility public if you want everyone to be able to see it. If you want selected people to see it, make it unlisted. And go down here into audience. And if you want comments, make sure you put no, it's not made for kids. But if you don't want to restrict it from anybody, then put no, do not restrict my video for viewers over 18. And then once you're here, click this little pen in the corner and click upload thumbnail and choose from your photos, or you can click take thumbnail and take like a picture. And then once you did that, don't click go live, just keep it like that. And then go back onto your computer, go to manage broadcast, go to select existing broadcast, and it should say the one right here that you just did. Click on that and click select broadcast and start streaming. I'm not going to because that will start streaming. And yeah, that's basically everything you need to know for OBS Studio. If you want me to make a more advanced thing, like how to add monkey memes at the bottom, how to make it like look better, size it better, and just all that stuff. If you have any questions, tell me in the comments. And just like I said, tell me if you guys want me to do a part 2 on like more advanced stuff, like about the scenes back here, and maybe more about the audio and more about the settings on how the best graphics you can do, because it will get pretty bad if you don't choose the right graphics. And yeah, I'll do a part 2 if you guys want me to, and goodbye.